Well, I use all different types of paint. The highest quality from all different manufacturers, most here in the United States. My artwork allows me artistic freedom to experiment with all different things, and that's the evolution of me as an artist as well. So I seek out the newest technology and finishes, whether it's pearls or metal flake to glow in the dark, different candies, and I'm always willing to try anything new. And that what kind of sets the bar for the quality of my work.
Tell me a little bit about the layers in the process, you know.
We're shooting, when I do a candy job, I'm doing a traditional real candy base coat where we're shooting silver, then shooting metal flake, and then building transparent candies on top of it. That layering process gives it such a depth that you can't acquire from just shooting 2 or 3 coats of paint. On top of that candy, we're building layers of clear coat before even add any design to it. Once the design goes on, we're adding even more layers of clear coat. It's almost looks like a magnifying glass or like it's underwater to achieve that depth. And that finish is just, it's always been spectacular to me. That's what made me want to learn how to paint, seeing that things at car shows. So it's neat to be able to reproduce it for people.
Just, you know, can you just make reference just over your shoulder, like how many layers of paint would you say go into some of these pieces?
If we look at, say, the candy apple red piece behind me, or even the green, there's probably about 25 coats of paint on that, at least. When you hold it in the sun and see that sparkle, it's just, it's worth that labor. And that's part of the success of my program is I use the most difficult, time-consuming processes and technology out there, but the end result is you can't beat it.
Something to the effect of, you know, people tell me they've never seen, you know, stuff like this, and they're right, they haven't, because I take it, you know, to the nth degree or something.
A lot of people come into the gallery and they're like, that finish is amazing, that's awesome. You know, how'd you come up with that? By bringing this process to fine art galleries, it's a different demographic of people that are experiencing this. They might have never been to a car show or to a bike meet. So to see the look on their face when they experience something new, or to bring that to them, to inspire them or inspire some emotion is pretty cool.
Talk to us a little bit about your motivation for all this with your kids.
Well, I'm a father of 3 kids. And actually, I started painting when my daughter was born. I needed to get serious about something, but I wanted to do something that I was passionate about. And having them around, just, it motivates me to raise the bar. Also show them what a hard work ethic can do and that you can do anything in life. I think the difference between your dreams and reality is a little creativity, some imagination, and a lot of hard work.
The difference between dreams and reality, stand by, and go ahead.
I think the difference between dreams and reality is a little creativity, some imagination, and a lot of hard work. I try to instill that in my kids or anyone I talk to. I think as we get older, we lose sight of that a little, and I didn't realize that until a little bit later in life, but from really having a strong work ethic and pushing the limits, came up with this, and it's very proud of that.
How much time do you spend on each piece?
Yeah? Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Each piece has, we can go from 10 to 20 hours into some high-end pieces. Some of the larger pieces, the suspension pieces. Each piece has at least 10 hours, some 20 hours, depending on what type of paint scheme, what types of paint I'm spraying. I know the shark that I just did special for this show is at least 25 hours into that piece. Done in certain stages because I gotta allow for dry times, and but if it's easy, it's not cool. And if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. So I'd really push myself to raise a bar with every new piece that I do.
You put the time, you put the amount of time into each piece because you want something to be spectacular.
Yes. So the time that goes into these is so that it's it makes it fine art. It makes it that spectacular. It gives it the wow factor, so when people come in, they're like blown away. If you don't put that time into it or that thought, it's just going to sit on the wall. It's just another shark. Even if it has custom paint on it, if you're not adding all these different details and different aspects to it, it doesn't work.
What about a line, you said it before, but that, you know, as an artist, you're dealing with 6 different companies just on, you know, on paint alone, because you found a specialty in each area, or, you know, you don't just get everything from one place.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be easy, you know. You seek out, you know, the best of each category, you know.
Art, for me, it's like any career. You always have to educate yourself. You always have to learn new things. So with my work, I'm always looking for new technology as far as paints, spray guns.
Pick that up. You know, with my work, I'm always looking for new technology, stand by. And go ahead.
With my work, I'm always doing research to look for new technology, whether it be new paint applications, new paint products, spray guns, tools. If you're not evolving as an artist and trying new things, your collection's never going to progress. So I'm always pushing the limits to not only see what I can learn, but also offer my collectors something new. People come back every year to see me at different galleries. They want to see what's new with Cris Walczak, what he has brought out and what he's bringing to the table to add to their collection. So I kind of owe it to them to raise the bar and give them some new things to look at.
Stand by. I owe it to them. Pick it up with that.
I owe it to my collectors to push the limits, come out with some new things. I started stuttering. Okay. I owe it to my collectors to come up with new technologies, new applications, and show them new things when they come back to the gallery. Every year people come back and they say, okay, let's see what new things Cris has out, and I'd like to shock them and raise the bar every time.
Last thing I want to hear is just about how important it is for yourself, that you're the biggest critic of your own work, and that it has to be great for you before it ever makes it to these walls.
I'm definitely my own worst critic, but I think that adds to the success of my program. Oh.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm definitely my biggest critic, but that has added to the success of my program, always pushing the limits. If I see a piece and even if it's ready to release to the gallery, if I look at it and it's not right, or I think I could raise the bar, add something new to it, then I'm going to pull it back, I'm going to resand it and add either a new design or a new element. It cannot be released to a gallery or get my signature on it until I'm happy with it.
Make that last statement again. It cannot be released to the gallery.
I won't let anything go to a gallery until, you know, I know it's perfect.
I will not release a piece from my studio to a gallery until I'm happy with it, until it's perfect. No piece of art is perfect, but if I'm not satisfied with it, it's not going to get my signature and it will not be released.
Maybe one more thing on, yeah, the kits, just a different, just so we have it twice. You know, what motivates you, you know.
Your number one job, you know.
Yeah,
My
my number one job as a dad, I think you had said last night, right?
My number one job, my first job, which I'm super proud of, is that I'm a father. And the success of my collection and how it's evolved, I contribute to that. That gives me the motivation, the drive to really succeed and constantly move up instead of just being stagnant.